we find our nation on a precipice, true tipping point. Is this the moment that will finally change our country? Tryna rain on the thunder. Tell the storm I'm new. I'ma rain on this little love. Tell the sweet I'm new.
It's not a broken system. It was built to function exactly as it is.
We must respond with bold action.
This is our country, too. We can build new systems that do what they should.
I'm a walk, I'm a march on the regular.
We are united. We are standing.
Follow away.
And we are going to fight this fight.
Freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. I break chains all by myself.
There is something happening across this country.
When we work and when we fight and when we march and when we speak up and when we offer solutions, we win.
I'ma keep running cause a winner don't quit on themselves.
It's always the right time to celebrate women and black women in particular.
It is an opportunity to show the nation and the world that we will act. It has been an inspiration.
You have the choice, and it is that choice that gives you power.
Vote. Vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
That is what we need next. Action.
Hi everyone, I'm Sister Jenna. Welcome to our special Zoom meditation segments. Look, it's no joke. Things are kind of weird. It's just weird. Pandemics, protests, job insecurity, global pause. Everyone's numb, but also everyone's searching. And they might be searching on this little gadget of Zoom in a little box. People from all over the world who don't know each other are coming together in Zoom rooms to figure out who they are, why they're here, and how to meditate. Meditation is something that we've often thought that if we make our minds empty, we've meditated. I don't believe that. I think it's important that we learn how to channel our thoughts in a right way that are connected to our vision, our goal, our spiritual attainments, our mental capacity. Then you're really meditating.
Karen Drucker here, and I love listening to America Meditating with Sister Jenna. Don't you?
Hello everyone, welcome to America Meditating. Not only America Meditating Wise is section, but America Meditating Radio. For the last few months, we've been enjoying meeting together digitally through the lens of a camera, and I've enjoyed meeting each and every one of you. Wise-ish is a special segment that was birthed as a result of the pandemic, and it was my wish for 15 minutes for us to meet, come together, and get a little extra wisdom, to get our power boost, to become charged, to find our cure. There's a lot of changes. Some of them are extremely good, and some of them we would rather not go through them. But it's important for us to acknowledge and accept there's benefit in every scene of the unfolding of our lives. If we accept that we're evolving rather than falling back, we were going to think that way. We're going to move that way. It's a really, really incredible, soul-raising, mind-altering time. Voting is upon us. And I'm thinking of all the many ways that I can get involved. I've been supporting OWN's network and Oprah Winfrey's initiative, Own Your Vote. Why? Because I think it's important. Yes, it might be focusing on black women really stepping up to the plate and voting, because when they do, things can change. But it's for all of us, black, white, Indian, Asian, whatever it might be. We've got to begin to invest in the country that we're living in. We have to step out of our comfort zones and stop living sometimes really, average lives, and yet having big voices to complain and criticize leadership and talk about this one and that one. It's time for us to step into a mode of reality. When we live from a place of illusion, it can be entertaining. It can feel like a game. You know, it's all in your head, what you think life is or what you think you are. But look at your physical reality. What is unfolding in your reality? How is your life matching the thoughts? Yes, I agree. There are certain thoughts that you and I are thinking, and it's clear. You must have had this thought, why now this is happening around you. However, there are also certain thoughts that we might not be very aware of, and there are circumstances and situations that are unfolding in your life, and you're not very pleased about those, and you think it's okay. There's an S-curve in business management, and it states basically something will start off with an idea, then it will climb, it will reach its climax right up here. But if you don't create another S-curve to let the energy keep going, the next dimension and direction of that energy is that it goes into a decline. So why it's really important to step out of your comfort zones and to step into something broader than where you are. It helps you to create new curves so that you can keep evolving, moving forward. Things are changing, and we're moving more towards a digital way of existing. AI is coming, and we're going to have to find ways to communicate and relate to each other more from, these kind of gadgets. For some of you who are not comfortable with these gadgets, we're going to have to learn, develop it, sit with the kids. They know everything. I was shown only once how to do iMovie, and since then I just love it. If I have some time and I look at the pictures that are in the phone, I'll put together something so that I can share a story of hope, a story of inspiration, a story of light, a story of that which is true. So when we look at our games that we play every day and the illusions that we are surrounded by, materialism, the way we have to look, the clothes that we wear, all of that, right? We get attached to the image, and we get attached to the idea that we have formed in our minds for a long period of time. But I'm here to tell you that it's time for us to step into a deeper reality. Go back to the S-curve formula that I shared. If you're not doing something new in your life, you are declining. I'm telling you, it's the law of the universe. Why does nature replenish herself every season? Is it the same mango that you get every season on the tree? No, it shapes a little different. It tastes a little different. Something else comes out of it. It becomes different. But if we keep living in a paradigm of that which it doesn't last long, that's what I call an illusion. Whatever does not last forever is an illusion. But love isn't, peace isn't, purity isn't, happiness isn't. But our attachment, that's an illusion. Ego is an illusion. And then the way we bring that vibration into the way we choose to look, the way we choose to speak, the way we choose to relate to one another, determines if I'm feeding an illusion or a reality. So I want to read you from my little happiness book, Daddy Janky's Feeling Great, No Matter What. Here. I've been reading it this week. It's been really very touching for me because she was 104. She left the body on March 27th. And every word she speaks has great depth and great wisdom. So get ready for this one. So it's the game of substitute. Ready? When I'm out of touch with myself, when I cannot relate to myself and others, a lack of connectedness follows. And this brings about a feeling of emptiness. Anyone out there feeling empty? Now you know why. I might try to feel this emptiness by clinging to others, to labels, to the glitter of the pseudo. So much of the advertising is based on the substitute game. If you eat this, if you wear these clothes or makeup are seen here, then you will be regarded as fashionable, modern, acceptable, pretty great. However, such illusions create extremely fragile images, which is why there's so much depression, because now that we're not able to go out and do what we're accustomed to doing and be who we thought we were, Nobody knows where to go. That's why it's important to go within and nurture the soul. That's what you do in meditation. But here Daddy says, such illusions, though, create extremely fragile images that can break easily when faced with a challenge or mishap. Too many castles in the air are built throughout the globe on a materialistic code of values and an unscrupulous use of mass media combined with a lack of spiritual awareness. An abundance of false promises and dreams inspires copycat lifestyles devoid of authenticity, which in turn promote a lack of connectedness to our roots. Did you hear that? A copycat lifestyle. It makes us have a lack of connection to ourselves and to our roots. When we lose our roots, we lose our childlike state. When we lose our roots, we lose our childlike state. When we lose our innocence because of being influenced by the game of substitutes promoted by the media, we can't feel so great. When we are deceived, we eventually experience the disappointment and wounds of living an unreflective life. The expression of substitute living often takes the form of addiction, and its consequence, depression, is now regarded as one of the world's most common diseases. Depression has reached an all-time high since the pandemic. Alternatively, a person may become bitter or cynical faced with such a loss of faith in goodness. When such experiences occur, we may either individually or collectively decide to become defensive in order to protect the self. When we lack the courage and confidence to learn, self-defensiveness based on fear comes into play. Then how can we feel great? When we substitute artificial things, when we begin to live from a place of illusions, and we substitute an illusion for real things, believing them to be real, there comes a great deal of pain. Emotional, mental, financial, relationship. For example, many people substitute attachment for love and respect. Attachment creates the illusion of belonging when we identify with a particular person, position, or group. We feel good. However, when those props disappear for one reason or the other, we're left bereft, lost, alone, and desperate. We actually feel desolate. Labels, no matter how socially acceptable, often become a substitute for real belonging. All people wish to belong to something or someone and do it through nationality, religion, social class, youth, culture, fashion, or particular relationship. But this is only a substitute for the true belonging to one's own self. This is the reality because I am with myself all the time. Got it? So, are you going to invest in a reality, or are you going to invest in the illusion? It's okay, a little illusion. I'm all into that. A little illusion will help to kind of move the energy and shift the energy in different ways. But where's your root? What's your foundation? It should be the real you, not someone that will kind of fall apart in the midst of any little change. But the real you should always come to the surface and step up, especially in the midst of tragedy or crisis or uncertainty. It's the real you that has to show up. That's what makes you wise. Thank you for tuning into Wise-ish again. Remember, no one can take away your happiness unless you give them permission. And we really are here to love each other the same. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in.